How's it going out there, YouTube? My name is Jesse, and I am the curator for the Golden Age, and this is another
Lost Heroes of the Golden Age.
Yes, this is another episode of Lost Heroes of the Golden Age, and this time we're doing an obscure character. His name is
Blue Fire.
No, we're doing the Blue Flame.
I checked the list. It says we're doing Blue Fire.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're doing the Blue Flame.
Let me check the list. This isn't even the right publication.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's get started. The Blue Flame, real name unknown, first appeared in Captain Flight number 11 in 1947. Publisher is 4 stars. There's nobody credited. To be perfectly honest, I wasn't going to review this hero. I didn't even know about this hero. In fact, I was originally going to review somebody whose name is very similar to that. I typed in the name incorrectly, and this guy popped up, and I said, hey, he's just about as obscure as the one I was going to do. So let's go over a quick rundown of the Blue Flame. He has the power to burst into flames and can fly. And he has a measure of fire powers. I think that they basically stole him from Timely. He has the same compositional and makeup of the Human Torch, except for that he's blue. And when he goes to his non-flame abilities, he has only the trunks and boots like Toro. So basically, they took both. They took the Human Torch and made this character. He is a one-shot with the one-off. There is no origin story. There is no continued in next issue. Now, I did mention that he appeared in Captain Flight number 11. That is the last issue of Captain Flight. Interestingly enough, this is the only issue of Captain Flight that Captain Flight does not appear in. Well, he did have a text story which was explaining the cover, but he didn't technically have an appearance. So, I guess this was just like one of those, we're ending the run anyways, so we're going to go ahead and let you put your feature in there. I don't know why Captain Flight didn't appear in his final issue, though. So let's go ahead and cover the Blue Flame. The Blue Flame, and all the titanic turmoil that the Blue Flame has had in his battles to give crime the hot foot. He never thought the day would come when he'd meet a man like S. Aiton. Or was he a man? Yeah, I'd like to hear about the other adventures too. Can we have those, please? Okay. Hands up, or I'll ventilate you for air conditioning. What does that even mean? I'll ventilate you for... Okay, I understand what he's trying to say. Hands up or I'll fill you full of lead. Yes, but I'll ventilate you for air conditioning? I don't even know what the context of that statement's even supposed to mean. I mean, does he have a habit of filling criminals full of lead and then using them as air conditioning units or something? This is 1947. Did we even have air conditioning units back then? Anyways. I didn't think I'd have to reckon with the police. How dare you interfere with me? Well, in the next panel, his gun is gone and there's no holes in the criminal, so he apparently didn't get ventilated for air conditioning. Then the Blue Flame shows up. Suddenly, on the scene appears the Blue Flame. Save yourself the trouble, Flattery. That is the cop's name. He seems to be familiar with the police. Now, as he's chasing the criminal down, the scene confuses me for a second. Look at the circle text right here. This is a new kind of hitchhiker. After all, hot stuff, I didn't invite you here. Pull over to the curb, or see right here. He's not in flames for a second yet. He's back in flames, and he turn off the flames long enough to show the guy his face and then turn back into flames? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so he stops and descends out the bottom of a vehicle because he had this whole thing planned out. Boom, a trap door in the street. Blast this confounded seat, some kind of trap. What am I wasting my time here for? He must be under the car. Wow, you're just a regular exposition machine. So he goes up under the car. I am not a fan of his outfit at all. And if he can stand running through the sewers, I guess I can. Phew. Welcome to my cozy retreat. Won't you join me? Now he turns into flame into the sewers, and I can't imagine that being a good idea. I mean, wouldn't there be a lot of methane down there? Well, he charges at the criminal, thinking that since he's been caught, he decides not to run. And then he realized, let's see, fooled again. It's a wax dummy. These jewels, they're fake. So, as he gets fooled by the dummy, you can see the flame had started to melt it a little bit, and he starts to make his getaway. Don't tell me the mastermind dropped something like this, like that may be a clue. It looks like a business card. Sorry to disappoint you. Why would you space disappoint like that? My double here is not too strong, but I am. Signed S. Aiton. S. Aiton. If you haven't figured it out yet about his name, you're not going to. So the blue flame jets out to the tunnel until he finds the opening and chases the criminal down. Less talk and more action. We're going to shore and you're going to jail. You're an impetuous flash in the face, aren't you? What? Oh my God, no wonder nobody was credited with the creation of this. It's stupid. Okay, anyways. The blue flame attends to the wheel. Come to think of it, I'll take the real jewels this time. And then he gets cracked on the back of the head by his foe. Glad you reminded me of the gems. I want to put them in a safe place. Neatly done, if I don't say so, as I shouldn't. He quickly recovered from being cracked in the head. So, the criminal, he attempts to jump over the side of the ship with the gem, and he gets grabbed by the foot and can't make it off the edge of the boat. Wow, the blue flame has got to be incredibly tough. He grabbed him by the boot or shoe and pulls him back onto the boat. This is so undignified. I don't know what my subjects would think if they saw me. That water would make you all wet. No can do. So the criminal thinks of the last thing that he can do, and he bites the blue flame, who at this point is no longer flames anymore. So the blue flame hits him and he falls into the water, which shows us he didn't have a problem with him going into the water, just going into the water with the jewels. So this time he's drowned and he goes, that's strange. He's been underwater for 5 minutes. He must have drowned. 10 minutes passed. 15. And then he went down and never come up. Oh well, I have the gems and I don't suppose a crook like that is too much of a loss to the world. I better get these to the police. There you are. I've recovered the loot, but the thief drowned. I guess that's the police chief. I don't know. Begorra, and what might this card mean? I guess there was a card that suddenly appeared out of nowhere. You amuse me a lot, Blue Flame. Perhaps we will meet again. Signed, S. Aiton. And like I said, if you didn't get it by now, you're not going to. And that is the first, last, and only appearance of the Blue Flame, as far as I can tell. Now, I did seem to find a reference to the Blue Flame that is not the same blue flame. And I've also found a footnote attached to the blue flame from Workhorse. It said he's an amalgam of two characters, which is the Flame that was published by Fox Comics from the Wonderland comics, The Flame, and the amalgamation of the Blue Flame that did come from 4-Star, the one we just covered. So I did find another character called the Blue Flame, which was an amalgamation of two, which I just mentioned. But that is the only other reference of Blue Flame that I can find. Okay, I hope you liked this video. I had actually meant to do Blue Fire, and I came up with the Blue Flame by accident. I think I mentioned that in the opener. Okay, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. I always love doing obscure heroes, and if you have an obscure hero, one shot or not, you can go ahead and drop me a line. I'd love to do those. So I had another request come up. I should be getting into that. So until next time, I'll be seeing you.